Hi besties, welcome and welcome back if you're new. My name is Nomakwesi. Guys, I owe you a life update. Please subscribe if you're new. If you're an OG, welcome back. Guys, I owe you a serious life update. But I will give you a mini life update now. So let's roll the clip and then start this video.
A few moments later.
Okay, sorry, there was banging noise going on. So I thought way better to do my life update than to where I am currently. What's going on? Guys, hold on. Okay, so most of you know me as an English teacher and a mom, and I usually did videos based on like, teaching English online and stuff, right? Somebody's coming to see again. Somebody's distracting me, guys. Snoodles.
Yeah,
I'm recording a video for my YouTube channel. That's one of my learners. Yes, I'm getting shy between them like a class. Picture of you guys. I don't have a picture of you guys. Yeah, because these are my babies. My family can't get there. These are my babies. Yeah, and there's also nothing. They were really.
One eternity later.
Hey besties, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Noma Kosi, but call me Noma for short. It's easier. Right, so guys, I promised you another video on my journey to becoming a teacher. What does it take? What do you need to do to become a teacher in South Africa? From ESL to, I don't know, classroom teacher, classroom manager, whatever you want to call it. Roll the clip, let's get into it. So, besties, this is what happened. I got a bachelor's degree from University of KwaZulu-Natal, in Howard College to be exact. Sorry, there are monkeys in the vicinity and I don't like monkeys. I'm terrified of monkeys. Anywho, I got the bachelor's degree and I was working with it. I worked in corporate, and after a few months, I realized corporate might not be for me. I don't like it. A lot of things happened. I also fell pregnant, and that's when I decided to ultimately leave my job. When I left my job, a childhood friend of mine told me that there's a job like this, and it was teaching English online, but we were working through a company, so like it's like a call center kind of setup, but then you just teach the lesson, so you're not dialing up anybody. So I did the job and I fell in love with teaching and getting people from a point of not understanding to a point of understanding. That brought me so much joy, and I was like, I think I belong in the classroom. So I enrolled for a postgraduate certificate in education, and from there I studied for about a year, because it's 4 years for teaching and you have a degree which is 3 years. So I did business studies and economics and management science, senior phase and FET phase. And it was a bit of a challenge. Studying teaching is a bit of a challenge because you realize that it's not only just about standing in front of kids and telling them what to do and what not to do. Ultimately, I had to go and do my practicals. So I did very well in the course because I actually enjoyed it. And then I had to do my practicals. You go through a process whereby you find a school. The principal needs to fill in that form for you. And then you return it back to your university that you're studying at. Then from that university, they will keep it, and then you will go to the school. Most people, this is when they get their SACE certificate. This is to be registered with the South African Council of Educators. This is when you get your certificate. So that's when most people would register with it, and you go there. But I didn't register at that point. I just did my practicals, and I enjoyed my practicals. It was a wonderful experience. You've got the guidance of teachers, you observe the school, you observe how they teach, the lesson planning, the morning routine, the disciplining, you go through that whole process. Unfortunately for me, I did my practicals in the school as well. And the same teachers had been my teachers when I was in high school. And it was for about 5 weeks each subject. So ultimately it was 10 weeks. And thereafter you submit a portfolio. Let me tell you, a portfolio is a nightmare. This is where you compile everything that you observed from the school, your observation, your conversations that you had with the learners that you were conversing with, and then your mentors, which are the subject teachers that you are working under. They write a review on your performance. And it's always good to leave a good impression on the school that you're coming to do practicals in. And don't take the work that you've been given personally to say, well, you know what, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing that. That's an opportunity for you to learn. If they ask you to make copies, help out during exams, that's an opportunity for you to learn, because trust and believe me, you're going to need that skill in the near future when you're prepping for your own exams, So even if they ask you, just go and find something from you on the website. You need to know that website in the future. I mean, you're studying towards this. So even if you know that they don't know, it's okay. As long as you know you're going to need it in the future. So I did my practicals, and ultimately my mentors, including the HOD, wrote such a wonderful review for me. I graduated and the waiting process began. It was terrible, but I still had a job that I was doing on the side. I was still teaching English online from home. I waited. When I tell you I waited, ngalinda, guys, ngalinda. No calls, and you apply, and it's like you threw your letter somewhere in the toilet and nobody's going to respond, your applications. There's even like, I don't want to name any schools, but there's like an online school. I applied to everything and I got nothing. Ultimately, the EA post for 2023 became available. I applied because I was in a point of saying, I want the experience. I want the experience to be there in my resume. So I applied, and then I got the EA post. But what happened is that the HOD for this post was leaving, right? She got a job offer somewhere else, and the subjects that she was going to teach, that she was teaching, are like senior FET phase, accounting. And then a post for EMS became available because my current HOD moved up. And then I came for the interview, and ultimately I got the job. But I already had the EA post as well, so I had to make a decision between the two. And yeah, I chose this one. And I was so grateful because, guys, when I tell you it's 3 minutes away from my house by car, it's 3 minutes away from my house. And I work with a wonderful team. But before I get to that, let me get to the logistics of when you get the post. What do you need to actually get yourself the post? You need to be SACE registered. Being SACE registered means you have to go through the police station, but wherever there's a SACE, there is, I remember the company, I'll put it down below in the box. There's a company that runs your fingerprints, and SACE uses those fingerprints. You go through that. You need your bachelor's degree, your PGCE. If you have an B.Ed, you need your B.Ed certificate. Certified, you need your ID, document certified. You need your academic transcript. You need it certified, I believe. You need your fingerprints, and then you need to do your SACE certificates. There are SACE officers across the country, but the ones that I know is the one that's in Durban. It's next to Ushaka Marine. So if you take a shuttle to town or a taxi to Durban, and you tell them you're going to Ushaka Marine, it's right across Ushaka Marine, and you get it the same day. You literally get your certificate the same day, and then you can put through your application. You need to make sure that you register on the website of the government, the Department of Education. Register, especially within your province, register on their website, so that should posts become available, they'll be able to find you, and you tell them your preferences in terms of districts. There's an order, and you make sure that you don't only have one subject you can teach. You have a secondary and even a third subject that you can teach, so that posts are available to you. Personally, we all want a permanent post, but starting off with an SGB post is never a bad idea, because remember, when you're starting out, the main thing you need is experience. Yes, you need the money. Yes, the situation requires money. But what is available now is a little bit of money, some experience, and ultimately you'll get, guys, I know we get to a point of like giving up, and we just wonder if we wasted our money and our parents' money. But in due time, everything takes time, but in due time you will. It's not easy, but it happens. So I'll put the website down, and I'll put the company that does your fingerprints. It's literally next to Ushaka Marine, where you do your SACE certificate as well. You have to pay for your SACE certificate annually. You need to make sure you keep it up to date, pay for it, renew it, and just stay ready. Have your documents ready. Every 6 months, I think it's 6 months, have them certified, and stay ready. If you have any questions about teaching and a teaching career and everything, the journey, any questions that I might be able to answer, please send them down below. One of the questions I got from somebody was like, how is it like working with your previous teachers? It's wonderful. It's beautiful, because I'm a colleague and I respect them as colleagues, they respect me as colleagues, but I feel like I'll always be a child to them, and they are a bit, I'm not the type of person who has attitude or anything like that. Nah, I'm open to learning. One of the things we learn, one of the subjects is lifelong learner. I literally, when I got to that concept, I was like, this is me. I'm always open to learning from anyone and from everyone, because if I don't have the spirit of learning, then I can't impart it on my learners. So how does it feel like? It's my colleagues, all of them, they're kind, they're nice, they're patient. For me, I experience them in the most wonderful way. Maybe it's early in the day, I don't know. But honestly, I love it. I love it here. I love my babies. I love my colleagues. I love my job. So yes, besties, that's that. If you have any questions, send them down below, guys. I'm going through my exam, wrapping up my exam. But on Monday, today's Friday, the 9th of June. On Monday, I'll take you through my day, through the exam process and everything. And perhaps we'll get to meet my babies. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok. It's at Mabuzakosi. Let's try again with Instagram. It's at Mabuzakosi without the I. I'm very lethargic when it comes to Instagram. But let me staple these papers, and thank you, besties, for watching. I'll see you next time. Any questions, drop them down below, and I'll make sure that I get back to you. I respond. If I can't respond to you, I'll make a video. But I promise I'll respond to as many questions as I possibly can.